We're going to start off by doing something you should be fairly comfortable with since you've been doing it since 7th, 8th grade, and then we're going to introduce something new. It shouldn't take us too long. The first thing is the average. Now please realize that if a question asked you for the average of this set of numbers, it's not telling you precisely what to do because there's actually three kinds of averages. The first is the mode. The mode is the number that's going to be on the list the most times. So I notice that the 9's on here twice, but the 11's on here 3 times. So the 11 is our mode. It occurs the most. Then we have the mean. And the mean is when you're doing that math. Add them all up, divide by how many. And it's mean to make you do that because it's a lot of steps to it. So I would add these up, 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 9 and so on, and that gives me 85. I would divide by how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 85 divided by 9 is going to give me an average mean of 9.4. And then the third kind of average is the median. The median is the one that happens in the middle, just like the median of a road is the section in between the 2 lanes of traffic. So to do this, I like to just cover them up and see what's in the middle. So take off the pairs on the end, take off the next pairs, take off the next pairs, and that leaves the 10. So the 10 was right in the middle. So please notice if I asked you what the average is, you actually have 3 choices, and they can be quite varied from each other, quite different. Also, another way to look at this information is to talk about the range. The range is how far it is from the highest one to the lowest. So I'm going to take the highest number, and I'm going to subtract the lowest number from it. So that would be my 12 minus my 5, and that is going to leave me with 7. It's 7 from the lowest to the highest. Okay, the new thing I'd like to introduce to you is called the interquartile range. And give me a second to write that down. Okay, it is also a range from highest to lowest, but the key here is that we need the quartile. Quartile is groups of 4. So we already said that the 10 was the middle. So let's use that to cut it in half. So 10 is right in the middle. Now, only looking at the numbers over here on the left side of the 10, I want to cut these in half as well. So that would be somewhere between this 7 and this 9. So what I'd have to do then is ask myself, what is between 7 and 9? That would be 8. I'm going to look at the other side too, these 4 numbers here. What's halfway in between? Well, halfway in between is between here, and between 11 and 11 would just be an 11. So please notice, if it's an odd number, you use whatever's there. If it's between 2, you're going to figure out what would actually be between those 2 numbers. And if it's the same number twice, just use that number. Okay, the interquartile range is going to be from this number here, which is called the lower quartile, to this number here, which is called the upper quartile. So in this case, the range is only going to be the 11 minus 8, which is 3. Okay, so the original range is from lowest to highest, 5 to 12. The interquartile range, you need to find the middle sections, and you do that from the 8 to the 11. Okay, I would like you to try this. Here are the new numbers. Please notice that they are not in order. The set that I did for you was in order, so your very first step here is to rewrite them in the correct order. And a good way is to mark them off as you're going so you know that you use them all. So go ahead and try this, and then click the link to see if you did it correctly.